A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Hello and welcome to
the Derby Dolls Junior Bout.
Yes, which is being held at the Doll.
At the Doll Holla.
Doll Holla. Welcome to this game between Fight Crew and the Scream Queens. Are you ready to meet the skaters?
All right, first up today is Junior Fight Crew. Number 14, number 19, Bloody Holly. 46, Wensley Adams. Number 52, Manic Panic. Number 63, Beetlejuke. 101, Lash Out Loud. Skating under 189, Destroya. 213, Smackazilla. 225, Jawbreaker. Number 444, Cinderella. Under 512 today, Ziggy Stardust. 808, Mayhem. Number 817, Phoebe Punisher. 1134, Mad Cat. 1201, Gizmodo. 1975, Queen Cobra. 1997, Jolteon. Number 2011, Stitches. And your co-captain today, number 13, Raven. And your captain of the Junior Fight Crew is number 857, Kitten Crush. Coached today by Lusty Loveless and Doomsdaisy.
All right, one more time for Fight Crew, and please keep it going for the Scream Queens. Number 3, Echo/Megabyte. 15, Drama Queen. 24, Cosmic Jammer. Number 30, Gilatina Belcher. 33K, Pikazoom. 36, Slim Reaper. Number 53, Curly Q. 88Q, Sweet Baby Ray. 137, Glowing Arrow. Number 206, Brookin' Bow. 333, Ragdoll. Number 505, Mayday. 757, it's Thugs Bunny. 927, Sailor Dude. 998, Fight Night. 1609, Hatton. 2014, Frida Bravo. 5149, Slaying Mantis. 5533, Mad. 6248, Pink Poison. Co-captain of the Scream Queens, 999, Jurassic Park. And your captain of the Scream Queens, 3355, Woo! Coaching the Scream Queens today are Chata and Creamer once more for the Scream Queen.
And for our ref crew today, we've got head ref Wild Bill Hiccup, game executioner Hassel Black, jam ref 1 Helvetica, jam ref 2 Casey Cajones, front pack ref Metallicile, backpack ref Suspected, penalty tracking by Bunny Holly, penalty box Go Ishi Roll, penalty box the Kingslayer, Eye in the Sky up here, Shakira, and Lady Macbeth, scoreboard operator Rumblebee, and whiteboard E.T. Carroll.
Thank you, enforcers. All right, we also want to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and the rad crew. Our DJ today is MacBook Air. I am Trixie Biscuit. I'm joined here in the booth by Belle Scorcho. Hey, Belle.
Hi, Trixie.
The Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional, unceded Kizh and Tongva land. We ask League members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Kizh and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. We are grateful to the earth and the sun and the deities of this world of the Kizh and Tongva people. All right, I got one more question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? Make some noise, Los Angeles! Woo! Oh, we got a good crowd today. How about that, Belle Scorcho?
It's looking good out there. I see lots of red and black, lots of blue, lots of parents, family, friends ready to support these junior Derby Dolls.
Ready to have a great game. We also want to welcome everybody who's here on the YouTubes. Welcome, the YouTubes. All right, if you have not seen this game before, I'm going to do a very fast introduction. So on that whistle, the teams all take off these players with the stars on their head. Those are the jammers. The jammer who's out first is the lead jammer. That's Fight Crew. The jammers are going to go around the track, and they're going to try to catch that pack. Once they've caught it, they will receive 1 point for every opposing player they pass. The jam lasts 60 seconds or until the lead jammer, the jammer in the front, calls it off by putting their hands on their hips.
Smackzilla calling it off, safe just in time.
And it's just that simple. 1 point for each team, and that's how roller derby works, folks.
Now you know, now they go.
All right, nobody in the penalty box. And we are back at it, and we're going to be back at it as soon as I get my glasses. Hey, now I can see what's happening. That's nice.
Junior Scream Queens are out first with Sweet Baby Rage, not a little baby anymore.
Not so little, no. Rage is out there. They're subbing. Rage is subbing for the Scream Queens.
Coming in on her scoring pass. Picking up 1, 2, and calling it off.
That's two big points.
Red is going to be sitting 1 here on Junior Fight Crew for a directional block. That means they went the wrong way on the track and hit somebody.
That's right. When a player gets a penalty, they sit down for the duration of the next jam, and their team is down 1 blocker or a jammer.
Junior Fight Crew out first in front there.
That's Is Hell on Wheels for Fight Crew.
Scream Queen's Jammer just out now. Looking at Slay and Mantis. Fight Crew gets her, calls it off.
Nobody in the box. Full packs.
That's the way I like to play, with
Absolutely.
a whole pack of friends.
You gotta have all your buddies out there. It's so lonely if you're skating all by yourself. They're off. Fight Crew Jammer takes it high.
Scream Queens looking to get out. Sneaking through on the high end. We've got Jammer Race calling it off.
For long. Drama Queen sees that jammer right on their tail and decides, let's call that one.
You know what? That's what I like to see. Two jammers racing it out and then high-fiving each other.
Absolutely.
Job well done, both of you.
Sportspersonship, a very highly held value here in Derby. Bodies flying everywhere in the first straightaway.
Junior Fight Crew is out of the pack.
Pikazoom still caught up there in the pack, has not escaped yet. Trying to get a little help from their friends. But it's Fight Crew in the pack, scoring points, trying to hold on that inside. Manages to do it, but Scream Queen's camping the inside line. Jammer goes high and calls it. That's Cinderella gets 4 for Fight Crew. $11:04 left to go in the first. Fight Crew ahead 9-3. Oh, man. Thugs Bunny almost through on the inside, but gets fired into the infield by Sweet Baby Rage. And so it is 5:05 Mayday lead jammer for.
Junior Fight Crew still caught up at the back of the pack. Out as Scream Queens are coming in for their scoring pass, calling it off.
Well, I hate to jinx it, but see, I did just jinx it with my brain. We do have one in the box for Scream Queens. That is Sweet Baby Rage with arms. I was just about to say that we haven't had a lot of penalties in this game.
Rage has got to get them all out before she goes away to college.
That's true. You can't take your penalties with you to college.
No, I don't think they travel across state lines. We got Jolt out.
Ooh, and shiny red pants for Jolteon. I like those.
Sliding through on the outside there for a full scoring pass. And
man. Making it look easy. Fight Crew slowed down this pack to almost a dead stop to make it possible for Jolt to get in there and score again, which they do. Let's see what the final tally is. Nothing for the Scream Queens and 9 points for Fight Crew. Takes them to 18 to the Scream Queens 5.
Jolt makes it look easy because they've been doing it for several years.
More than a couple, that's for sure. But we've got 2 bodies in the box for Fight Crew. That means they are going to be down 2 blockers for this next jam.
Matched by 2 blue bodies in the box as well.
Oh, dear.
Directional box all around.
A severely depleted pack.
Sweet Baby Rage trying to get through. It's 2-on-2 here.
Yeah, a lot of room on the track there, but boy, they're still keeping it tight and keeping it very competitive. Finally, the jammers are out. Rage makes it out. Stitch is a little slow to get up there. Taken immediately to the rail by 757, Thugs Bunny.
Rage resetting smartly to not get that cutting penalty.
Yeah, when in doubt, you always want to reset. Well, almost always. Not always, always. Mostly
Calling it
always.
off.
So what do you prefer? You got only 2 blockers. Do you prefer to just call it as soon as you're out, or do you like all that extra space?
I love the extra space. Honestly, if I'm going to get through and it's easy, give me all the space in the world. But if it looks like it's going to be penalty heavy, then call it off.
Yeah, and see, and this is, I like to call it off because of what we're seeing right here. When there's so few people on the track, everybody tries to do most and get a lot of penalties. Right now, we've got a power jam against Fight Crew.
But it looks like a severely depleted pack as well. We've got 5 people sitting down on the bench. Fight Crew's jammer and a blocker on top of 3 sitting for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, that's Thugs for an above the shoulder and Pink Poison, I do believe. Yep, for a low block. But the big one was Stitches with above the shoulders, so.
Now, when we have 3 sitting, it's actually a must skate.
Well, there you go. So you'll have one of the blue blockers skate this, and then they'll sit the next one, even if they don't get a penalty. But that's Brooke and Bones out for Scream Queens. This is a power jam. Only one jammer on the floor, only one team that can score, and that is the Scream Queens.
Fight Crew has this pack moving quickly.
That's right. That's what you want to see. If you're defending a power jam, you want to make it hard for Brooke to catch them, but catch them, Brooke did. 5 points and lots of time for more. 26 seconds left on the jam.
Scream Queens working together really beautifully as a pair, holding that goat back as their jammer just slides right through for a full scoring pass, going around again.
Sasha Foster in the chat says, let's go, Brooke and Bones. And Brooke, I don't think Brooke needs the encouragement, but it's always welcome. Big jam for Brooke and Bones and the Scream Queen. Nobody in the box, 10 points on the board, and we've got a lead change. 19 for the Scream Queens, 18 for Fight Crew. It's a brand new game.
That's what a power jam will do for you. Fight Crew out in the low in the turn.
Oh, big hit here in the pack. That was holding that jammer back, gets peeled off by Mad X with a heck of a hit in turn 2.
Fight Crew, beautiful scoring pass.
Did you see those hips? Oh my goodness.
And calling it off.
That was Gizmo wearing the star and doing some very fine transition work there in the pack.
And it looks like we've got another lead change.
Lead change. And power jam coming. This time it's for Fight Crew.
This could be Junior Fight Crew's chance to pull a lead a bit ahead.
Let's see how they respond. That's Beetlejuke right there wearing the star.
Juking through the pack, trying to get past those front 2 blockers. Taken to the infield there by Rage.
Looked like 2 or 3 Fight Crew just unable to peel Rage off. Finally,
out of play
Jolteon
call.
gets him.
Juke gets some space, gets the track to themselves to get around and get those points.
20 seconds left on the jam clock.
Taken to the high by Rage.
Gets through, picks up another, but goes into the infield, courtesy of Mad X. Nope, not Mad X. Sorry, we got a 33-55 and a 55-33. I have bad dreams about that. So many numbers.
But you know what's wonderful is seeing how many junior skaters we have. Awesome group of kids.
All right, and we've got some penalties here.
Two in the box for Fight Crew, number 1997, Jolt, and 1134. That's Mad Cat.
Yeah. Rage also picked up 2 on that jam. That's bad news for the Junior Scream Queens because that brings her unofficially to 3. On your 7th penalty, you are ejected from the game. Nobody wants that to happen.
Both jammers struggling to get out of the pack here. It's a game of defense.
Pink Poison just lying in wait. Saying, Raven, I dare you to get back on this track and try to pass me. Oh, Raven!
40 seconds into the jam, and we get our first lead jammer.
Woo! That was hard fought.
That is a long time to be fighting your way out of a pack.
And as a jammer, absolutely exhausting.
That's why we only skate a minute at a time.
Whew! That was so much work for a 0-0 jam. 27-19 in favor of Fight Crew.
Waiting here on penalties. We've got a timeout called by Scream Queens. Thank you, Hasselblack, for your beautiful arm work.
All right, so that is our first game. We got 2:37 left in the first. At the end of the first, we are going to take a 5-minute. We encourage you to buy some raffle tickets. Why not buy some raffle tickets?
I am seeing why Scream Queens called a timeout here. We've got 3 penalties going into this next jam. Number 137, number 1548. We've got an arm, a
failure to reform, and a blocking out of play.
Thank you. That gloved hand was covering the last 2 letters there.
So we've also got some great vendors out there in the parking lot. I mean, maybe not between the 2 quarters, but at halftime, we'll have a little longer break. You can go check them out. There's roller shirts. They've got all kinds of roller derby shirts. They'll also make you custom scrimmage shirts and custom team shirts and all kinds of good stuff.
Custom parent shirts.
Yeah, custom parent shirts. You can rep your kid. How about that? That's always fun.
It's the best way to go to a PTA meeting.
And we've also got griddle cakes. Did you see griddle cakes out there?
I didn't, but boy, am I hungry.
Well, no, it's not food. It's incredibly cute little merch. They've got these little fidgets that are like amigurumi crocheted guys.
Well, I'm hungry for those.
Yeah. Oh, they're super cute. You should definitely go out there and see griddle cakes. All right, but right now, let's get out here and see some more exciting roller derby action. Fight Crew in the lead, but not by much. 8 points ain't diddly in roller derby. I'll tell you what, especially not in the first.
Especially what we saw with that power jam.
Yeah.
One power jam can change everything.
So still some folks in the box. Depleted pack, and Fight Crew takes it right away.
We've got Wensley Adam out and around, coming in for that scoring pass here.
Bugs Bunny gets out. Oh, but Wensley's already through the pack and calls it off. That's such a minimalist call off, just like
beautiful.
So demure.
And what you can see there is that because there were 2 sitting in the play, only passed 2 blockers, but that counts for 4.
That's true. Those are called ghost points. Another directional block for Pink Poison there.
That seems to be the penalty du jour today.
It generally is, and of eagerness. You know this. You've played roller derby once or twice.
And later today.
And we'll be playing again later today. You just see that person to block them that you just take that one step in the wrong direction and boom, into the box with you.
Scream Queens jammer coming in first. Not seeing Junior Fight Crew sneak in on the inside and get a lead change.
Lead change, steals the points, steals the lead, and wants to get some more. 24 seconds. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Bloody Holly back on the track.
We almost had a skater exit the track there. Thank you, Brooklyn Decker.
Seeing a thumbs up from Bloody. She's okay.
Phew.
Parents look okay, clutching their heart in the benches there. Thumbs down, but good on Bloody.
And good on Brooklyn for the save.
And beautiful save. That's our juniors crew. Everyone here is here to support our skaters.
All right, we got a penalty on jawbreaker for Fight Crew, illegal procedure, false start.
Again, a penalty of eagerness.
Yep, and directional block. 2 on, but just on one skater. 206, that's broken bones.
Beautiful footwork, even though neither jammer is out of the pack. I'm seeing them carving up this track. Fight Crew's jammer, that's IV Hell on Wheels.
Is
Hell on Wheels.
Is Hell on Wheels is so fast and so wily.
And calling it off.
2 points for Fight Crew. All right, the game clock has expired, but we're going to have ourselves one more jam. Beetlejuke is going to sit this one out for cut and directional block.
And of course, we've got another directional block on Scream Queens. That's Echo/Megabyte.
All right, this jam will continue until the jam clock runs out or until the lead jammer calls it off. Whichever comes first, make some noise, y'all! Last jam of the first quarter!
And we've got a jammer race. Let's see what happens here.
That's Ziggy Stardust against Mayday. Fight Crew lost their footing, and so that jammer calls it off.
Very smart call off.
Very smart call off. All right, that is your first quarter. Fight Crew 40, Junior Scream Queens 23. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back for yet another quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Los Angeles with the LA Junior Derby Dolls. Fight Crew is ahead 40 to the Scream Queens 23.
And bad news to the Scream Queens, starting out with one in the box.
That's right, number 15 with I think that was arms?
Trauma Queen,
Yeah,
giving her team a little trauma.
First quarter was hard fought. Had a couple of lead changes. Had a big power jam for Scream Queens and Brook and Bones.
Almost a skater leaving the track.
Oh, yeah, skater darn near coming off the track. You really get the whole rich tapestry of human experience here in Junior Roller Derby.
Oops, Smackzilla out first for Fight Crew.
Sorry about that, oops, I just dropped my ice cream cone. You hate to drop an ice cream cone up here. The floor is mesh. It just melts right through.
Right through to our storage bin below.
Yeah, drips all over the track monkey's tools. It's terrible. Fast moving pack, but there we go. Lead jammer gets through, picks up 4. And the whole bench got crazy trying to tell him to call it off. It is the responsibility of that lead jammer, not just to score points, but to call it off in time to prevent the opposing jammer from scoring points. So you'll often see the coaches and the teammates and the crowd yelling, call it off! But sometimes, man, you get so excited out there.
You just want those points.
Yeah, or just the adrenaline of getting through the pack. You can't always, pay attention to everything at the same time.
Speaking of adrenaline of running out of the pack, both jammers out.
Yep, Cosmic Jammers lead for the Scream Queens. Fight Crew with a nice big 4-wall up front.
Another occurrence of a whole bench yelling call it there.
That's 3 more points for the Scream Queens. Yeah, Cosmic Jammer managed to hold on just in time to call it off. You can call it off if you get knocked down on the track, but if you exit the track, you've got to return in a standing position, all 8 wheels down before you're permitted to call it off. Gravity was fighting Cosmic Jammer there as they were sliding to the infield, but they called it off just in time.
Lead jammer out for Fight Crew. That is Hell on Wheels, number 14.
Oh my goodness.
Bodies on the floor as Fight Crew clears that pack.
Yeah, Slaying Mantis was just getting ping-ponged in that pack. Squaring off on Jolteon.
Can't miss those pants.
Nope.
Slaying Mantis out. Finally can take a breath.
Got some good help in that pack from Captain Vroom.
Now, is it Vroom or is it Vroom?
It's got hyphens. You got to say each of them. All right, that's 9 points for Fight Crew.
And they'll be happy for those points, as 2 will be sitting in this next jam.
I'm always happy for points. There's no time at which it's like pizza. I'm always happy for pizza. I'm always happy for points. Pizza and points.
I could use some of both right now.
Yeah. 2 skaters from each team sitting in the box.
Another one of those where we've got lots of space on the track to just skate.
Just skate. We got a whole wide world available to us to skate. There it is. Little confusion here on the benches. People going to and fro. Talking of Michelangelo, or maybe not. I don't know.
Ooh, big hit to the infield. And Squeams are out first. Fight Crew's jammer fighting and also out. Another smart call off, clearing the penalty benches.
Yeah, there were 3 in the box for Fight Crew, which means they've got a must skate. Somebody was sitting in that. Sorry, my mouth stopped working.
Hence the to and fro.
Yes. Sometimes my mouth stops working. So Mad Cat's going to sit in the box in this jam, even though the penalty was in a different jam.
And getting cozy there, legs crisscross.
Crisscross applesauce. This pack is all over the place. They have to let the jammer go.
Fight Crew's jammer fighting it out.
Sailor Doom lead for Scream Queens. Broken Bones absolutely owning that jammer at the rail. Jammer goes on offense. Nice job. And is taken down. Bodies everywhere in the first straightaway. Fight Crew pivot doing a ton of work, but the pack's in the back, and once again, they've got to let Sailor Doom go. It's a full pull for Sailor Doom.
That jam ended without a call-off. That means we went the full 60 seconds.
And Queen Cobra fighting the whole way, but that defense from the Scream Queens just too fierce.
I see a lot of riding going on, so I'm going to assume that means a few penalties called on that last jam.
That's right. One of them on Queen Cobra, who is jammer for Fight Crew. That means this one's setting up to be a power jam in favor of the Scream Queens. Scream Queens fans, where are you at?
We've got Rage on the jammer line. Fighting it out in the back, using that footwork.
Rage is so dangerous on an open track. This is her meat and potatoes, folks.
Dangerous on an open track and in track and field.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Our derby skaters do more than just skate on the track.
Multi-sport athletes. Scream Queens got one, but Jolteon escapes, and it's off to the races again. Full pull for 88Q, but only 22 seconds left on the clock.
I have coached Baby Rage since she was a baby Rage, and now she's a big girl Rage. And you cannot let her have an inch because she will just slide right through it.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Particularly dangerous in this reduced pack scenario. Although Ziggy Stardust was doing great work there. Fight Crew holds Rage to 10 points. 10 points. 10 points is a lot of points, but given the circumstances, I think you've got to call that a win.
That is absolutely a win, and it's getting our Scream Queens into contention of the score. They are one good jam away from tying this game up.
And two Fight Crew in the box again. So Kitten Crush gets out first, calls it off, springs them, and now we're going to have a nice full packs, nice packed track. Nobody in the box. 7:47 left in the half. Once again, we're going to have our raffle at the end of the third, so you need to get those raffle tickets. Now's good. Halftime's great. They're 1 for $1, 7 for $5, and the deals just get better up from there. So go to the concession stand, pick up those raffle tickets.
Fight Crew Jammer out first with Scream Queens just trailing behind. That's Smackzilla for Fight Crew.
Smackzilla working hard, but slowly closing it up is number 53, Curly Q.
Curly Q, you can tell it's curly by the curly hair.
It's a good hint anyway.
It is, it's helpful.
Boy, that is curly hair. Wow, that is gorgeous. Got it. Man, I never had curly hair. I've never had long hair. I've just never had hair.
You know, you saved on shampoo though.
It's true.
One in the box for the Scream Queens.
Love to save on shampoo.
Jurassic Punk co-captain, keeping that bench warm.
Whenever I'm on a road trip, I always forget to pack the shampoo, and I get to wash my hair with that free bar soap in the bathroom. It's always a great look. This jam is sponsored by free bar soap in the bathroom.
Love to smell it. Love to feel that crunch.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the crunch of all these jammers getting crushed. Slim Reaper sliding out with
kind of a delayed slide out though. Got hung up by that pivot for a while.
Yeah.
So the packs are split. Refs are calling failure to reforms left and right from the looks of things. Slim Reaper gets hung up high, and that's the end of your jam.
Let's see how this one shakes out. I see, again, a lot of writing happening down on that whiteboard. Our enforcers are working hard to enforce the rules. And just as you said, Trixie, we're looking at a failure to reform on 15, as well as a stop.
Yeah, there's a lot to know about pack definition, but it comes down to you have to have blockers from both teams skating close together. And if you don't have that, you don't have a pack. And it's the responsibility of both teams to reform that pack. If it's broken, if they don't, you get those failure to reform penalties.
Jammer race again. Neither one wants to let go. Oh.
Coming in super hot. 1 point for Scream Queens, picked up by Thugs Bunny, nothing for Fight Crew. Yeah, when you've got a jammer race, the name of the game is you don't want to see your color at the back of the pack.
No, you want to see the other. Ooh, a nice hit to the high on Fight Crew's jammer.
Yeah, oh man, sometimes
and then to the low, just getting ping-ponged around. And then we've got a jammer race.
Oh my goodness, rage just came out of absolutely nowhere.
Like my rage when I haven't had coffee. Smart call off just in time as Fight Crew's jammer hit the back of that pack, picking up 2 points for the Squeens.
And shout out to Pink Poison, who is doing incredible defensive work in that pack. Held up the Fight Crew jammer long enough for Rage to escape and take control of the jam.
Held up the Fight Crew jammer so much that Fight Crew jammer commit a penalty and will be sitting, making this a power jam.
Huge opportunity for the Scream Queens. They are only down by 7. They could catch up right now, right this very moment. Or at least once they, do the blow the whistle.
A false start and a cutting penalty.
And Brookie Bones is out for the Scream Queens. Very fast escape. Lots of time to rack up some points.
Now, Fight Crew wants to keep this pack moving as quickly as possible to make that Scream Queen jammer skate a lot.
They were holding Queen Cobra back, but Queen Cobra slithered out of that wall.
Slithered out and kept running. Now playing some defense as the jammer's in.
Broken Bones resetting at the back so as not to incur a cutting penalty of her own.
Got a thick pack, thick like pea soup, not easy to cut through.
Why are you cutting your soup?
You know, if it's cold, if it's thick.
Ew, this is getting grosser by the second. I'm not coming to dinner at your house, Bellscore Joe.
Well, you're not invited.
Well, good.
Neither was that jammer to the front of the pack. Fought hard on that power jam.
That's all right, but you can come to my house, Broken Bones, and we'll eat hot soup together that you don't have to cut with a knife like they serve it at Bell's house.
I do love a cold soup, though. Wouldn't mind gazpacho right now.
Love a gazpacho.
Can you tell it's lunchtime? Fight Crew sitting with an arms penalty and an illegal blocking before the jam, 1975. We've also got one sitting for Scream Queens.
2 jammers. Split pack is the call. Fight Crew jammer introduced to the infield there. Both jammers pretty close, trying to come out of that corner.
Fight Crew assist, trying to break that blue wall up front. But this is just a pack of defense. We have a lead jammer out now for Fight Crew.
Only two blockers out there for Fight Crew, but boy, oh boy, are they covering the space. Very timely assist from Kitten Crush. Takes a screen queen to the infield, and Fight Crew picks up a couple points.
Heard a penalty called right at the end of that, just before the whistle. Bad news for Scream Queen, sitting number 757, Thugs Bunny.
1 in the box for each team. No, 2 in the box for Fight Crew.
Failure to reform in low block and a directional block. 3 penalties, 2 skaters.
So yeah, that failure to reform, both teams got a failure to reform. That's because when the pack is split, the folks in the front have to slow down. The ones in the back have to speed up. It's everybody's job.
Scream Queen's out first here.
Yeah, that's Mayday. Mayday with a big old lead. His Hell on Wheels busts loose. 36 seconds in the game clock. Mayday tries to get past Jolt, calls it. 4 points for the Scream Queens.
4 points makes this a 1-point game coming into the half.
That's right. This could be the last jam of the first half.
Good score.
It is a nail biter. Jolteon reporting to the box.
That's the problem with wearing really shiny shorts.
Yeah, they see you when you do wrong. Oh, nope. And they spring you when you do right. Jolteon sprung from the box. Full packs.
That's what happens when you wear bright shorts.
You're shiny and innocent. Shiny things look innocent. And there goes that whistle, and there go those jammers!
Oh, another jammer. Saved. Did not go off track. Ref's calling it off, though.
Looks like Coach Chada's got some words there for Wild Bill Hiccup. Checking to see, is that jammer okay? And we're going to see, will they reset and have another jam, or will that be the half?
I think our coaches here want to have a word.
The suspense is killing me. Well, in the meantime, while we wait, I just want to remind everybody that Newbie Day is going to be May 2nd. If you've got a skater in your life, or a non-skater in your life who would like to check this out and be a part of Junior Roller Derby, DerbyDolls.com. Get about Newbie Day. The next one will be May 2nd.
And we're going into halftime now.
That jam was called off because a blocker almost exited the track. It was officially a medical call-off, and so that is your half. Fight Crew 55, Scream Queens 54. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Roller derby means everything to me. Being able to have that sense of empowerment back and freedom, and it allows you to be authentically you on the track and off track as well. Before roller derby, I didn't actually play any sport. I had a completely different personality.
Welcome back to Valhalla for the second half of the exciting roller derby action between the Fight Crew and the Scream Queens. Fight Crew ahead, but just by a whisker, 55 to 54.
That's Trisky Biscuit.
And that is Belle Scorcho, and we are here with you for the next, at least 30 minutes, plus a little change. Depends on how long the raffle takes.
But don't worry, we'll both be here later.
That's right. There's another game starting at 6:30, and that is going to be between Fight Crew and
Scream Queens.
Scream Queens. There you go. Belle Scorcho is going to be skating in that one, which means it's going to be extra exciting.
Extra exciting.
Read all about it. I'm going to read all about the raffle prizes. I hope some of you got some raffle tickets. If you didn't, please allow me to tempt you with the tale of these amazing prizes. There is a Monsters, Inc. Scream canister, a voodoo doll collection. You need a whole collection if you've got enough enemies.
Absolutely.
Like I've only ever needed one voodoo doll, but I needed it a lot. Daniel Tiger figurine set, a pair of headphones, and a gift bag of Derby doll merch. Go down to concessions. Demand that they sell you one or more raffle tickets, and they're going to do it. And we're going to pull those numbers at the end of the third.
Or look for that gentle lady in the yellow sweatshirt and purple pants with raffle tickets.
And look to the track where the whistle has blown. The jammers have taken off. One jammer seems to have lost a toe stop, which leaves $9.99 in sole possession of lead jammerhood.
I hate to see it. Just can't skate without that toe stop.
That means that Jurassic Punk's got it all their own way out there. Well, more or less, because they're still the Fight Crew blockers to contend with. They're putting up some fierce opposition, but Jurassic Punk, ooh, hits that Fight Crew wall again, tries the low, and makes it through. Fight Crew jammers taking themselves out and return to the bench. You get to do that, and it's not a penalty or anything. It just means that you don't have a player.
Just is a real bummer.
It is a big
have your
bummer.
equipment fail on you.
And that is the end of the jam. Clock ran out before Jurassic Punk could score again. So that ought to be 5. We'll wait for the official tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Scream Queens take the lead, 59-55. Yeah, once a very long time ago, we actually skated without any toe stops at all, which was a huge drag. It's a lot more fun to skate with them, but this goes to show why it's incredibly important to learn how to skate without them.
Absolutely. Back in my day, I also didn't get the toe stops. You were awarded them when you leveled up into sub.
There you go. Fight Crew lead, getting real hung up at the back of that pack.
Calling it off.
Thing to do. Fight Crew picks up 2.
Making this a very, very tight game.
Oh, yeah. The whole story of the second was defense, defense, defense. Scream Queens managed to hold Fight Crew to just 15 points in the entire second, which is crazy considering Fight Crew picked up 40 in the first.
Fighting it out.
Good job, Scream Queens!
Flying Mantis skating around that track while Fight Crew just breaks out. A nice little hop there by pick up those points.
One of my favorite things is you get to see some crazy jumps. They're absolutely fearless. And you can see apex jumps that you wouldn't believe.
Their knees aren't beaten down by age.
That too. Yeah, you tend to get a higher strength to mass ratio to some of the younger skaters. It's like that with gymnastics too.
Mm-hmm. Springy knees.
Yep. Fight Crew fighting their way through on the inside, gets a nice little help, and is out of there.
Nice hit to the high, eating that. Jammer back in, but finally breaking loose. Scream Queens are out.
Big blue wall awaits Fight Crew in the back, and split pack is the call.
When you're a jammer in one of those situations, you really have to take advantage of that pack being forced to run forward.
Or charge the second you hear the split pack call, because they're not allowed to make contact with you if they're not in the pack. Oh, I just figured out why I couldn't see the whiteboard. I'm not wearing my glasses. Failure to reform on 757. That'll do it every time. I was like, what, did they run out of juice in the marker? Why is it so blurry?
Both jammers fighting it out, and we've got lead jammer for Fight Crew number 3.
That's Smackzilla. Zoom in pursuit. Fast moving pack. Quick wall at the front with Scream Queens. Really trying to keep this pack speedy. Fight Crew are going to need to slow this down if they want to score any points.
Lots of coaches yelling, call it.
They're calling it off. 2 points for each side. I love when they both call it off at the same time. It's like, yeah, we agree. Everyone agrees. Call off this jam.
It is time for that jam to end.
We're done with this jam.
And on to the next.
Fight Crew in the lead. No, excuse me. Scream Queens in the lead. 65-61. And Scream Queens lead jammer also.
Number 30 for the Scream Queens, Guillotina Belcher.
Pursued by Wensley Adams. Lash Out Loud takes a swing and a miss. Guillotina hits that front wall and calls it off.
Guillotina has been through several, so every time you want to say Coliseum, you're right for Guillotina.
Man, I don't know. I got some kind of medical condition where I cannot remember what the name of the friggin' building is. It changes every time we change locations, and it doesn't matter that we've been in this building for like 6 years, 8 years, 20 years. I don't friggin' know. I'm still going to call it the wrong thing every time. That's the Trixie Biscuit promise.
And Fight Crew is out with Jolteon.
And Rage.
Trailing right behind. Teammates on the All-Star team, but foes today. Poor skaters on a collision course with the refs.
Oof. Poor refs, I think. Those skaters are moving awful fast.
And that's why we all have safety gear.
Is that why? I thought it was just because it looked so cool.
It does look real cool.
Very, very cool.
We got one sitting for the Scream. Full pack for Fight Crew.
All right, who here is cheering for the Scream Queens? That's a lot of them. Who here is cheering for Fight Crew? Ooh, it's pretty close. Pretty close.
With an official timeout.
And with this official timeout, lets me do a little bit of shout out. Brooklyn, who saved the day over there in the in turn 1, says, shout out to my girl Rage, so proud of you and excited for you and all the other soon-to-be grads. Have a great game and score all the points. Love, Mama Brooklyn.
Oh,
that's really sweet. I don't know if you could hear me before because I was, you know, trying to explain the end of the half, trying to tell you what the score was, trying to do all kinds of things and scratch my nose at the same time. So I want you to know that if somebody in your life is between 7 and 17 and is cis, trans female, NB, and wants to be in roller derby, our next newbie game, or newbie day, is May 2nd. You can find all of the details on derbydolls.com. Bring them down, it's free, and you can find out if this is for them. It is for them.
It's always for them.
Because it's for everybody.
Fight Crew's Jammer fighting it out. Scream Queens, though, sneaks through on the inside. Both Jammers out now. Oh, and we've got one off the track. That's going to be a call off.
And a big hand for slaying Mantis. Woo! Giving everybody a heart attack. But skating away, so that's nice to see. I also want to shout out our EMTs, our doll repair staff. And a big hand for, who is that? That's not Jolteon. 808, that's Mayhem. Mayhem, oh my goodness. I'm glad to see that you're all right. Phew. Yeah, that's scary. Have you ever gone off the track?
I have not gone off the track.
I went off the track once. I didn't make it to the ground. I got hung up on the rail and my face hit the ground, but nothing else. And that
just your face.
Just my face. I got a huge black eye, and the next day was kindergarten orientation. So I showed up at kindergarten orientation with Norma Shiner.
Another way to win over the PTA.
That's roller derby, folks. It is. It's a full contact sport. That's what makes it exciting. But boy, oh boy, sometimes it's a little scary.
A little scary. I've had several black eyes from roller derby. Been a while though. I shouldn't say that. Now it's going to happen.
No, it's not. It's not. You've had them all. True. You all had.
While we have a little time here, I want to go back to Newbie Day. That is a very important date to remember, May 2nd, because if you miss this one, it's going to be 2 months before it happens again.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. I mean, they're not super rare, but they're not every weekend. So you really got to grab that chance whenever it comes around.
And if you miss Newbie Day, we have our roller derby junior summer camp also coming up in July.
That's right. Always so exciting at the end of July. It's a week long. The skaters your skaters do have to know how to skate. It used to be that we train them up from zero, but now we're starting with like a basic level of skating at least. But boy, they have such a great time. They learn skills. They learn goal setting. They make zines. There's just so much to love about Derby Camp.
Even arts and crafts, it's awesome.
Yeah. I always love the zines, though. The zines are my favorite.
The zines are the best.
And then it culminates with a fully produced bout at the end, and the skaters get to show their stuff in front of their friends and their family and their guests, and it is just always a highlight.
I'm willing to guess at least 25% of the skaters here today came out of the junior summer camp.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. 7:34 left in the third quarter. That means 7 minutes and 34 left for you to buy your raffle ticket.
Hey, Daddy, why don't you wave your hands in the air there?
Like you super care. Like you super care about people buying those raffle tickets.
Daddy, you in the yellow.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stop talking to Daddy. We need Daddy to just
wave
sell
your
tickets.
arms in the air. Wave your arms in the air and tell people where they can get their raffle ticket.
Right there. That's where they are. All right, we've got some penalties. 808, failure to reform. That seems a little rude considering she was outside of the track.
And then we have 5149 with an arms.
So that's one down on each side. I'm sure it happened when they weren't on the track, but.
Fight Crew out first.
Very quickly springing free. That's 225 Jawbreaker.
927 Sailor Doom, a rookie on the Scream Queens, out of the pack.
Such a good name. Yeah, we split up these packs by skill level, by like how long you've been skating, where you're at. And that just keeps it a little safer and a little more competitive, so that you don't have people who are just starting out skating against the likes of, Rage or Pink Poison, right?
Jawbreaker looking.
Great job by Jawbreaker, but keeping the feet moving, that's so key in a jammer. And it's one of those skills that, sometimes it takes a little minute to develop in a beginning skater. But it's so key to keeping your agility and finding your way through the pack.
Unfortunately, it looks like Jawbreaker for penalty.
Oh! That's on a power jam in favor of the Scream Queens. Scream Queens ahead, 70-66, looking to increase that lead. That's a low block from Jawbreaker. You can get that low either by tripping somebody, like with your leg or whatever, or if you fall in front of them and they trip over you, you still get that low block, even if you didn't mean it.
And we've got Rage out, jamming for the Scream Queens.
Rage picked up that huge 10-pointer early on.
It's a slow-moving pack, so there's every opportunity for that to happen again here.
I think this is the third time we've seen Rage wear the star for a power jam.
Not surprised. I think Rage was born with roller skates on. When you have an older sister playing roller derby, you just can't help but do it too.
That's got to be a huge bummer for Brooklyn. Nobody wants to give birth to a child with roller skates on. And Rage is out. Rage subbing in for this team today, but they're certainly making the most of her presence here. Swerves the blocker in the back.
But Fight Crew swarms right all over her.
No points for Fight Crew on that. And 9 points for the Scream Queens.
And that is the power of a power jam.
Yes, indeed. Lots of people going to the box. The Drama Queen with the directional block.
Also, directional block there.
It's always the
Fight Crew out in lead jammer. Really beautiful resetting here.
Oh, Beetlejuice had the whole upstairs to run through what they did.
Fight Crew coach saying, call it off, get those points.
Yeah, sometimes, especially the pack's moving fast, it is wiser to just end the jam rather than burn time trying to and burn energy trying to catch a fast pack. Fight Crew 70, Scream Queen 79, 4:04 on the clock.
One sitting from each team. We've got a low block for Fight Crew and a directional block for Scream Queens. A little jammer on jammer action here.
Wiley. Ziggy Stardust just does these little.
I love it when jammers play defense on each other too.
Mm-hmm. I like it when jammers engage outside the pack. They're the only ones who are allowed to. They can hit each other anywhere on the track. But you don't see it often because it's kind of a high-risk situation.
High risk, but high reward. When that hits, oof.
Oh, it's delicious.
Nothing better.
It looked like 3 for Fight Crew and 2 for the Scream Queens, and 2 in the box.
Directional block. Arm.
Scream Queens at a defensive disadvantage here. Brick and Bones goes down in the back of the pack. Huge amounts of Brick and Bones.
Both jammers out.
Charisma O says, shout out Brick and Bones. Woohoo! Rena, 2786, Brick and Bones, let's go.
Smackzilla still leads jammer, but this pack is moving fast, making it hard for anyone.
crowd going wild out there.
And the fight crew coaches saying, call it off.
Oh, hey, we want to give another shout out to Pee Wee Hertman, who's attending in the bleachers. We want Pee Wee Hertman on summer camp. Heck yeah, we do. How you doing out there, Pee Wee? Where are you? Make some noise, Pee Wee Hertman. Best name. Arms penalty for jawbreaker. Fight crew down 1, but it does not prevent them from taking lead. Jammer. 8:57.
Kitten crush.
Yes, Captain Crush.
Guy slicing through and scoring that full pack point.
Ooh, laugh out loud. Takes to the rail. Kind of captain on captain wearing the stars there.
Getting her points and calling.
9 of them. Oh my goodness, that's a big old gem, and I do believe that will leave us with a lead change. Fight crew 82, Scream Queens 81. 1 minute left to go in the third.
Go get those raffle tickets.
Ooh, you better hurry. You don't have much time.
We've got 2 in the box for the Scream Queens and 1 in the box for Fight Crew. Fight Crew lead Jammer with Jolteon out of the pack, but Scream Queens right behind.
Is Hell on Wheels tries to slow down that wall in the front, is unable to do it. But up, passes him, gets the 2 on the track, gets the 2 in the box, and calls it off. 4 points. 86-81, 15 seconds to go
And,
in the third.
and boy, are those going to be fun 15 seconds.
It's really going to be a fun 15 plus probably,
Yeah.
because when that game clock runs out, the gem clock goes on.
You're always entitled to that full 60 seconds, whether you take it or not.
Back block there on a Scream Queen, so they're down 1 blocker. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, everyone's on the floor.
Interesting to see how they call that. Fight crew is out. That's Ziggy Stardust.
Boy, are they moving.
And the for Zig. Able to catch up very quickly, reverses through.
Beautiful
Oh
backwards
my
skate.
Lord. Making it look easy. Light work for Ziggy Stardust.
All in a day's work.
Going for some more, picks up 1 more and 1 in the box, and that is your third. Another 6 points for Fight Crew. Fight Crew 92, Scream Queens 81, and we're gonna have our raffle. That's right, everybody. Get into your pockets, get into your neighbor's pockets, get into somebody's pockets, and somebody, would you please bring those raffle tickets up here so we could draw some numbers?
I see Daddy making a final sale.
Well, that's going to be the one for all the marbles right there.
This ticket being sold right now.
This is the most important ticket of the
Winningest
day.
ticket.
That's right. Once again, at stake here, a Monsters, Inc. Scream canister, a Voodoo Doll collection, Daniel Tiger's figurine set, a pair of headphones, and a gift bag of Derby Doll merch. All the money that you give us for a raffle goes into the program, pays the light bill, buys garbage cans for all the recycling and whatnot. So every dollar you spend goes right back into creating roller derby for us all to enjoy. And here we have, just put it right there.
We still have tickets being sold, so
Hey,
I don't
we gotta
wanna...
stop selling tickets. We gotta do this. We only have 5 minutes. Do 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 do. Da 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 da.
Raffle time, it's raffle time.
Raffle time. The greatest time of the third quarter break. Always a huge Raffle fan. I love giving money back to the league. And I love winning a voodoo doll collection so that I can punish all my enemies for everything they've done to me.
You know, I wouldn't mind that Monsters Inc. scream canister.
Love a scream canister. You gotta keep your screams somewhere, right?
Gotta power the lights with laughter or screams. Here we
All
go.
right. So I'm gonna read these numbers really fast, so everybody listen really close. And when you win, make some noise and then go down to concessions to get your prize. Let's mix them up. Yeah. I don't want to draw them, though. That's okay. Open it up, and our first winner of our first prize, the Monsters Inc. Scream Canister, is a white ticket, 174696. 174696. There's our winner. All right, go on down to concessions.
All right, next up is our voodoo doll collection. This one is a blue ticket, 04399994. 04399994. Come on down.
I don't know if you're waving or if you're a winner. One more time, that number is
04399994. Blue ticket.
All right, go down and get those voodoo dolls. Coming up next, Daniel Tiger's Tiger figurine set, an orange ticket, 244328. 244328. If that's your ticket, come on down and get your prize.
We have a winner. Next up, it is our pair of headphones. This guy's going to 244325. That's orange ticket. 244325. I see my winner.
All right, and finally, a bag of Derby doll merch. White ticket, 174699. 174699. Come on down, get your gift bag of Derby doll merch. There they are, and those are our winners. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone who donated gifts. And if you didn't win this time, well, I hope you're coming to the next game. So, yes, please. Here are your winning tickets. All right, it's all come down to this. It is the fourth quarter of roller derby action here in beautiful Vernon, California. LA Derby Dolls, Fight Crew 93, Scream Queens 81. We've been changing leads back and forth this whole game. We've had power jams. We've had people nearly falling out of the track. We've had people actually falling out of the track. We've had darn near everything except a streaker. Not that I'm making suggestions. So, what do you think, Belle? What are we going to see in this last quarter?
Not full body nudity.
Okay, fair enough.
No streaking.
No streaking,
Please, no.
please. No whistling, no streaking.
Simple rules to follow here.
And no betting.
Don't follow.
Yes, no, we are not sponsored by DraftKings. We never will be.
We're just sponsored by Good Clean Fun and Sportsmanship. So here we are. I see we've got our EMTs leaving the track, just making sure everybody is safe.
That's right. They've been with us since the very beginning. And the very beginning was a gosh darn long time ago. But those EMTs have been here the whole time, and we cannot thank them enough.
They used to have hair.
Did they? I don't know.
I've seen pictures.
I'm not so sure. I'll believe it when I see it. We want to say thank you once again to everybody who's watching us online. Hello, online people. I believe you're real, even though I can't see you.
Shout out to Cinderella here. Let's go, Cinderella.
Yeah, that's from Rob Flo, 7004.
Hi, Rob Flo.
Hi, Rob Flo. Thanks for being here.
We've got one penalty on each bench.
Directional block on one, low block on the other.
Pivot does need to start up at the front. That is one of the rules. So when you see a skater with a striped helmet, they get to start at the front of the pack.
Lucky them. What else do they get to do?
They get to be the boss.
That's right. Pivot's kind of the quarterback of the jam there. And there goes the lead jammer for Fight Crew.
A little blue pile up in the back there.
Broken bones.
Back in action.
That's right. And escaping the pack, gets past Queen Cobra at the front. Scream Queens congregating at the back, trying to make a wall, succeeding. Ooh! Big tumble for that Fight Crew jammer who gets up and calls it.
Just in time.
Oof, and I mean just in time.
You know, the thing about announcing is I have to turn off the captain coach voice in my head.
Yeah, you can't coach from the mic. That was the hardest for me when I was actually coaching juniors. to sit up here and be like, yeah, yikes, you shouldn't do that.
We've got 2 penalties for Scream Queens, our jammer sitting for an arms, and a failure to reform on our blocker.
That's right, Pikazoom sitting for that failure to reform. Broken bones with arms. That makes this a power jam for Fight Crew.
Is that Ziggy up on the jam line?
Taken to the inside by Rage.
No, we've got Kitten Crush captain jamming
is that Kitten
here.
Crush? My bad. Kitten Crush just laid a filthy fake at the front of the pack and got out. That was amazing. Having a little more trouble getting past in the front this time, though. Just keeps getting knocked off the track by the combined might of Rage and Vavroom. Finally gets out, 28 seconds left. Pink Poison being held back at the back of that pack.
Fight Crew doing a good job of keeping it slow. I don't think our blocker...
Sorry, I just get really excited.
Okay.
Kitten Crush just like flipped the hips and just slid through on the high there. You do get the points when your hips pass the opposing blocker's hips, and that's why it's so key. Unopposed on that third pass. Oh, it's a huge jam for Fight Crew. 15 points!
I don't think they made it even a full lap around the track, the blockers on that one.
It was so controlled, so slow, and such a great effort by those Fight Crew blockers.
That's what you like to see as a jammer.
Timeout for the Scream Queens. We got another shout out. We got another shout out. I gotta find my shout out. Where'd I put my shout out? All right, this one's also from Brooklyn. Shout out to the amazing work of the junior admin and training team, coaches, assists. Thanks for putting in all your time, love, and dedication, and giving up your Saturday and Sunday mornings to give these kiddos all you got. You are amazing, and I love you. Signed, Brooklyn Decker. And a little hand for Brooklyn Decker, too, who has also been giving up those Saturdays and Sundays and giving all she's got, too.
As we've said, Brooklyn has had 2 girls go through this program and has been with the program as a parent and a coach and in charge. Trixie, how many Saturdays did you give up?
Oh, Lord, who counts? I don't remember most of my 30s, and roller derby is why.
One too many hits to the head. Just kidding.
No, just getting up too early in the morning before my brain was ready to make, memories. This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. Thank you, City of Vernon and the Vernon Community Fund. Ooh, micro machines. I don't think I took a breath in that whole read. All right, we're back at it. Fight Crew's out lead both jammers. Oh! I spoke too soon. Bugs Bunny takes the inside and takes the lead. What a steal!
Oh, and a wipe out for Fight Crew.
Doug flicks the hips, picks up one, calls it off. Wow, that was so exciting. More than 1 point.
I don't think anyone breathed during that jam.
No! Oh my goodness. So 1 point, but it was a very cool point. Fight Crew
Every
112.
portion of that was deserved.
Fight Crew 112, Scream Queens 82. 12-10 to go in the game.
Both jammers out again in a jammer race.
Up and calling it up. Lusty, great communication with the jammer. Great attention by the jammer to get that awareness and make that call off. We hope you will join us tonight at 6:30 online, if not in person, for tonight's senior Fight Crew
Senior Fight Crew, indeed.
versus senior Scream Queens game. Fight Crew's out in the lead.
I'm going to go ahead and say super senior Fight Crew.
Super senior, ooh. Do you get the brunch discount for super seniors?
I do have an AARP card.
You don't. You liar. Wow. I'm like 15 years older than you. I don't have no AARP card. I can't even say the word, apparently.
We've got one sitting for each team.
Slim Reaper with a something and a something.
And it looks like we've got an OTO or a timeout. Timeout to Fight Crew. Got an arms on Fight Crew and a directional block and arms.
That's right. And if you would like to be one of the officials in the black and the white, or the black, you too can be a referee. We'll train you. Email refs@derbydolls.com for info. And you know, if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just do it. Go to a meeting. Go to one meeting, and if you don't like it, you never have to go again. But you should go, because I just love so many of these refs. They're great folks, and they give so much to the league. And in return, well, they get the best view of anybody out there. I'll tell you that.
And they get to yell at us.
They get to blow whistles. They're the only ones who are allowed to whistle. Everybody else will. But if you're wearing stripes, you can whistle all you like. Although you should probably only do it when you're supposed to. I take it back. You're not a liar. You have an AARP card. Why do you have an AARP card?
Why not? They sent it to me.
And you said, okay, I guess I'll just carry this.
And I have for 20 years.
That's a beautiful story, Belle. So you got it when you were what, like 25?
20.
20. Yeah, I was gonna say you're not even 40.
No, I've had it even longer. I got it when I was 17.
You retired early. Was that internet money?
Pre-internet money. Fight Crew out first.
Oh, Jolteon just wrecking shop in that pack. Hell on wheels. Beautiful move from low to high. Transitions calls it off. 3 points for Fight Crew.
Picking up those points, putting them in the point bank.
That's right, and extending the lead, 118 to 82. That 15-point power jam was huge, but I'll tell you, Fight Crew has been adding them up too. They've been doing it by big swaths, but also doing it 2 here, 2 there.
I think we just had everyone on the track except for 2 people on the floor.
Oh man, it's a total party kill, TPK. Those are rare. Ziggy cruises through on the high.
They're just picking up the points and calling it off. It's smart play.
Methodical and just extending their lead, and they're going to get another chance to extend it by a lot. This one's going to be a power jam for Fight Crew. back block on Thugs Bunny. Takes Thugs to 6 by my unofficial count.
Only has one penalty left to get.
Yep, Pink Poison's in the same boat. And it Fight Crew jammers out. 2-1-3, that is Smackzilla. We've been seeing Smackzilla out there a lot today.
A little jammer. Love it. Just the fearlessness of these juniors is incredible to watch.
No, they are out there. They are not out there to be cute or sweet. They are out there to eat everybody's lunch. Queen Cobra's going to do this, that, comes up to try to break up that wall.
Smackzilla pushing that pack.
Ooh, tangles up skates and loses a lot of momentum. That's tough in those corners. And the clock runs out on that jam.
It might not have been the point-scoring jam that they wanted, but it's a minute off the clock and a minute that they keep their lead.
And not for nothing, it's also 4 points.
4 points. Not anything to do with that.
Smackzilla working hard all the way through that jam, skating to the absolute last second, last whistle. You'd love to see it, especially in the fourth. 7:53 left. A lot of bodies in the box.
Time to use up all of that energy.
You got any left? And that can be the tough thing about the fourth. When people start losing their energy, that's when you start to see a little bit of
Pile
falling
up.
down, piling up.
Got 2 in the box for Scream Queens, 1 in the box for Fight Crew. And we're off. It's going to be a jammer race.
Wensley Adams in the lead for Fight Crew.
Wensley doing the worm.
Calls it up. Yay! 6th landing.
I don't think I've seen a more graceful
Ooh,
belly
beautiful.
flop.
Yeah,
It was really beautiful
I'm
to behold.
inspired. Jolteon with a low block. They're going to the box for Fight Crew. Fight Crew's down 1. 7:08 to go in the game. Fight Crew in the lead 126-82.
Pink Poison just making a mess of that jammer out there.
Yeah, Pink Poison, nothing. Echo also doing some work back there, holding back Beetlejuice.
Cosmic Jammer living up to the name and calling it off.
Being all cosmic and whatnot. There's a Scream Queen in the box with a great big smile.
If you're going to be in the box, you might as well be happy about it. You did something.
Be cheerful. Something was happening out there.
You got to play roller derby.
Maybe it wasn't what you were supposed to be doing, but you did something for sure. And somebody saw you do it, or else you would have been called a penalty.
It's kind of proof. I was
Yeah,
here.
you can. When you're in the box, you know that people are seeing. That's Trauma Queen with an arms. That's the 6th time Trauma Queen's been.
Look at our enforcers enforcing the track, cleaning up debris that's rolling around.
Oh, yeah, you don't want any debris out there. You can get something in your gates.
Thank you, Bunny.
Thanks, Bunny Holly. We love Bunny Holly.
We got Bunny Holly and Bloody Holly out here today.
That's fantastic. That's a whole pack of holly. Well, it's a short pack of hollies.
That'll be the day.
Hey! Oh, ding, 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 ding. That's a joke bell. Let me ring it when there's a joke. My daughter says that to me all the time. It sucks.
It's a jammer race here. Oh.
Nice job by Thugs Bunny, really like titrating the speed. You saw Thugs hitting the brakes there so as not to come in with too much power and blow people away entering the pack.
Yeah, that explosion would have hit us, but it
Yeah,
was
I think
not. So we've got 2 in the box though for the Scream Queens. Directional blocks on both. 36 and 33.55. Fight Crew Jammer out in front. Cinderella.
Brook and Bones slide into the infield, taking Maxilla along with her.
Switching to defense.
And this is what I was saying before, you gotta keep those feet moving as the jammer.
Cinderella scoring pass and out again.
Absolutely. Yeah, keeping the feet high when the traffic was getting thick. Those moving feet is what got Bella through.
I'm not looking at the chat, but I am sure Rob Flo is cheering right now.
Heck yeah. I always love to see the shout outs in the chat. Watching everybody get hyped for roller derby action.
It was a full minute jam there. Every moment counted.
That's 8 points for Fight Crew. You're darn right, Woo. 134 to 88. Fight Crew keeping on, and Green Queens are running out of minutes.
And it looks like they're going to keep on keeping on because this next one is a power jam.
Oh no! Low block by Brook and Bones.
One sitting in the box for Fight Crew with an arms penalty.
Yeah, that's gonna be what I was saying when Brook and Bones went to the infield and took. But right now it's all about Captain Crush.
Ooh, a big hit by Jolteon in the back.
Rage trying to direct traffic. Ooh, takes one off, two off, and gets 35 seconds on the clock still.
And that's why she's their captain.
Held up at the front. That's by X, but gets through one more time. And will there be time for more? 15 seconds on the jam clock.
I think at least one more point here.
We'll see if the Scream Queens can escape. Oh, Rage takes it to the infield, but still gets 2 points, one from Rage and one from Brook in the box. And that's going to be your tally, 12 points!
Big jam for the captain of Fight Crew.
146, 88, 238 on the clock. Beetle Juke hits the box for Fight Crew.
And one in the box for Scream Queens as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Mad X.
Directional blocks.
Yeah, you get a lot of those.
That is the penalty of the day.
It is the penalty of every day. If I'm coaching, I think I'm going to do like a swear jar, except it's a directional block jar. You got to put in a quarter every time you get a directional block penalty. Because they really do add up. Both jammers fighting hard to get out, but it's Fight Crew who makes it. Diggy Stardust. Fight Night goes high, gets knocked into the rail there, and then Fight Crew recycles around, but have to let her go.
I love the skates on Fight Night. The neon green just really pops on the track.
I love a lot about skate.
I love watching all these kids skate.
Oh yeah, well I love it more. So there, Bell Scorcho, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Fine, you can love them more.
150 to 88, 1 minute 30 left in this game.
But I love them more.
Oh, yeah.
Two in the box here. We've got one for Fight Crew, one for Queens. Sweet Baby Ray out first.
Rage has had one heck of a game, really showing up for the Scream Queens, especially as a power jammer. Is Hell on Wheels is out, Rage in hot pursuit.
Calling it off, saving those precious seconds.
We've got less than a minute to go in. If this is the last jam, at the end of that jam, when the game clock runs out and the jam clock runs out, if the team in the lead has skated clean, the game will be over. But if the team in the lead has committed a penalty and the other team has not, then we'll have one more jam. Keep your eyes on Wild Bill Hiccup, head ref, wearing the white panty on his head there, who will either indicate one more jam with a pumping motion or will award the team to the winner. Enough talk from me. Let's watch some roller derby.
Lots of hits here in this last jam.
Your last chance to cheer these skaters on today. Make it count, y'all.
Scream Queens out first, hoping to add some points to that total.
Game clock has run out, but this jam will continue until the jam clock runs out or until Jurassic Punk calls it off.
Punk working hard back there in those striped socks.
Signature striped socks.
Signature indeed.
Punk pops back on the track, going for a couple more, and calls it off. Nothing for Fight Crew on that jam.
Refs calling the skaters down, doing some tabulation.
If the game is over at this point, then we'll ask you all to come on down and give these skaters well-deserved high fives. It looked like both jammers picked up penalties on that one.
If we both have penalties, that's the game.
We're going to have to wait for the officials. The drama is real. The suspense. You could cut it like cold pea soup.
Cold pea soup.
Like the cold pea soup Bell Scorcho's going to be eating for dinner. Num, 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 num. And that is your game! Fight Crew wins 150 to 95. Please come on down quickly and safely and give these skaters their big ups.
And our Fight Crew, we have number 14, Hell on Wheels, 19, Bloody Holly, 46, Wensley Adams, 52, Manic Panic, 63, Beetlejuke, 101, Lash Out Loud, 189, Destroya, 213, Smackzilla, 2225, Jawbreaker, 444, Cinderella, 512, Ziggy Stardust, 508, Mayhem, 817, BB Punisher, 1134, Mad Cat, 1201, Gizmo, 1975, Queen Cobra, 1997, Jolteon, 2111, Stitches, 30, for coaches, plus Steve Loveless, and Doomsdaisy.
All right, and please do keep it going for the Scream Queen. Echo, Trauma Queen, Cosmic Jammer, Guillotine Belcher, Pikazoom, Slim Reaper, Curly Q, Sweet Baby Rage, Glow and Arrow, Brook and Bones, Ragdoll, Mayday, Thugs Bunny, Sailor Doom, Fight Night, Hidden, Frida Bravo, Slaying Mantis, Mad X, Pink Poison, Co-Captain Jurassic Punk, Captain Vroom, Coaches Shada, and Creamer, your Scream Queen.
Thank you to the coaches, captains, families, parents, enforcers, siblings, everyone who made today happen.
And all of our housekeeping folks, the RAD crew, and thank you, Bell Scorcho.
Thank you, Trixie, for letting me have a turn on the mic.
Always a treat to see you, especially up here. Hey, we hope we see you again at 6:30 for Fight Crew versus Scream Queens again.
We'll be here.
This time with grown-ups, and we'll be back here on May 16th for Junior Scream Queens versus Junior Tough Cookies. Until then, we invite you to be safe, be well, be back here for our next game. And on behalf of Bell Scorcho and all of the LADD broadcast crew, good night.